Last day here in Colorado. I'm heading out of Pikes Peak. I got about a 3-hour ride ahead of me to get to the base of there, and probably about a 3-hour ride up and down. Breckenridge, next right. And this is, I guess, the strip at Breckenridge. I don't know. Donuts, coffee, closed. Everything is closed. High Wire Brewing. It's Monday. 9,999. 10,000. I really didn't know I was gonna be going up high into the mountains like this right now. With it being so cold, I just kind of wish I wasn't, but it is what it is. But then again, I think I'm gonna pass the Continental Divide on this, so imagine that's got to be pretty high. Hey, this might be it. If it's Hoosier Pass, it is. I needed to stop anyway. This has been brutal. I can't feel my fingers. We're at 11,500 feet here at the Continental Divide. It's named after someone called Hoosier Gulch. It's cold up here. It's freezing. Let's get the move on. It's like all these people have bought a bunch of land out here in these plains and just put a trailer there, a camper. That should be Pikes Peak right there. We are here. Up here. Hi, how are you doing?
That's gonna be $17 for it.
Okay. But you know, I forgot my gloves behind me. Oh well, let's hope they stay there. There we go. Nothing like going no-handed up Pikes Peak, huh? Thank goodness for cruise control, right? So this should be interesting, should be fun. Yeah, this is pretty incredible up here. I don't mind telling you this, I'm afraid of heights and this makes me a little shaky. I can't look over the side anymore, I just can't do it. Yeah, I'm a little bit winded, a little bit weak in the knees, to be honest with you. Let's get things put away. All right. See if I have enough mental ability right now to do a lot. All right, I'll tell you, I'm a little shaky walking, to be honest with you. So let's go get some refreshment, get some water. Telling you that the altitude is real up here. It's taken me 30 minutes to recover to where I feel like I can ride down now. I don't know how much I'm gonna walk around up here, sightsee. Want to make sure that I can get the bike down off the mountain safely. And I'm not joking. All right, working up my courage. Thank you. Gonna give it a whirl. So this is a Pikes Peak cog railway system. It's my worst nightmare right here, folks. I don't like this at all. We're gonna do it once.
give you. That's it. The fright to terror is real. Love to stay and chat, but I'm getting off this mountain. I'm getting off. I still can. Skitch on Wheels here. I want to take a quick time out. Thank you for selecting my video. If you do me a favor, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm over halfway there. Just lets me know that you enjoy the video that I'm making, the motorcycle content, so I can keep producing these type of videos. Now, back to Pikes Peak. So they have a mandatory brake check up here. Don't you think it would have been good to do that on top instead of down after we come through all that way? Or before you went up to the top? I'm so confused. Oh, they're taking temperatures to see how hot things are. Riding the brakes too much. Alrighty, thanks. Do I? Do I really know what I'm doing? I don't know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I'm glad you got to come by, man. It's good to see you. I miss you.
This is like a beautiful place, man.
Oh, I love it.
I'm in Oakley, Kansas right now. I've been on the bike probably 14 hours, probably 12 hours. It's been a long day. I can't go much longer. I gotta find a hotel or something. Right now, this is our current temperature. (103). Black helmet, leather shirt. It's brutal. It's brutal. But I can't stop here. There's no place to stay here, so gonna keep moving. Got about 80 more miles up the road, and I think I'll stop there in Hayes and call it a night. Hopefully they got room there. Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be 112 there tomorrow, but I'll be out of there early in the morning. So absolutely brutal ride home. Feeling it for sure. I'm having to stop every hour to rehydrate.
I bet it was good 60, 70 mile an hour winds coming through. The fourth floor was shaking. That initial gust just like woke me right up out of bed. Oh, there goes cushions. Oh, it's getting worse.
We're right in the middle of it. That's up in
Severe tornado warning, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think a tornado is around the area according to what is on the weather. Kind of scary. This whole big hotel, which is brand new, was shaking. Wow.
We were on the fourth floor, or I was too, and it started shaking.
We're right at the end. So I'm like, what the whole building is shaking. I'm like, is it like this? Like this? Oh, okay, yeah, but it's like, I mean, it feels fine down here.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is scary. I think I'm gonna go to the interior bathroom, away from there, away from that.
It's definitely slowed down out here as well. Maybe, maybe not.
He's got a Kawasaki Versus, which is pretty heavy. I don't know. The Harley stayed upright though, thank goodness. I'm gonna get back in. So it's calmed down, but now we got a bunch of light. They said it was 70 mile an hour winds that come through, and probably some tornado activity, but I don't know where. After last night, I'm getting a late start out. Didn't sleep much. You know, that storm came through around 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It was crazy. But you know what? This bike had a ton of bugs on it, and it was a filthy mess. It ain't perfect, but it's a lot cleaner. Thank you.
So I leave the flat plains of Kansas, kind of head into a little bit more, I wouldn't call it hilly area, but there's at least, we see some trees here now, and there's a little bit of rolling hills here and there. I don't know what I'm impressed with most, the majestic mountains in Colorado, or just these wide open spaces in Kansas. I'd rather ride the mountains if I had to pick. The plains are just windy, but it's kind of neat to be able to look out and just see everywhere. You can see miles and miles and just a flat horizon. So next stop, we're gonna head, I might pop into the Evel Knievel Museum that's in Topeka, Kansas. I was a huge Evel Knievel fan growing up. And it was just the motorcycles, you know, it wasn't a brand or anything like that he rode Harleys. I just thought it was cool he could ride a wheelie on this big motorcycle at ease. And then he would take it and jump things. Kind of got hooked on motorcycling, kind of growing up watching him. I was never going to do any of those stunts or anything crazy, but here I am on a bike. How many years later, you know, 45, 50 years later, and still kind of fascinated by Evel Knievel.
So I went in the wrong way actually, but I'm here at the entrance on the other side. This thing is pretty big. It's 2 floors. I'm even going to do an Evel Knievel jump. So let's head into the museum and take a look around. So Evel Knievel was named Bobby Knievel at first. Born in 1938. Pretty interesting story here about Evel Knievel. Took a job in the coal mine, was popping wheelies on some of the heavy equipment, took power line down. The town was out of power for a couple days. He got fired. Later he went in and got chased by the cops, got thrown in jail. And in one cell there was a man called Awful Knievel, and then Knievel was in the other cell. So the guard on duty gave Knievel his nickname Evil because they had an Awful Knievel in jail with him, and so they called him Evel Knievel. So Awful Knievel, Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel started as a stunt motorcyclist with a group of people, and then he broke away later and became a solo act.
I'm nervously pacing up and down. An exciting moment here in Gardena, California, even for the young ones. He'll build up speed as quickly as he can, and here he goes. He makes it. A beautiful leap as Evel Knievel gets the applause from the crowd here.
1967, he had 17 jumps. So the Las Vegas jump in Caesar's Palace was not a spectacular jump for Evel Knievel. He didn't land it. It's probably one of his most famous crashes. It's funny in the comments though that the owner of Caesar's Palace didn't want him to jump, and so he had a lot of people call in saying, "Hey, have you heard about this kid Evel Knievel?" And he kind of promoted himself, and they agreed to it. ABC wouldn't even air it until after the jump, and if there was enough interest, they would air it, and of course they did. (1967) TT120 650cc Triumph motorcycle. Not the exact bike that he jumped at Caesar's Palace, but one identical to it. Evel actually jumped a couple Hondas in his career as well. Here's two replicas, or actual bikes. 1969 Lavender American Eagle were bikes imported from Japan that were Honda that he jumped. They were really heavy bikes. I think he crashed half the times he jumped them. So the Cow Palace in 1970, Evel had a successful jump, but one of Hell's Angels groups were there and they didn't like Evel, and so they ended up body slamming him to the ground, and then the crowd attacked Hell's Angels, sending many of them to the hospital. So he went back to the Cow Palace 3 years later, tried to attempt 15 cars, and crashed his motorcycle. A 1970 Harley-Davidson Ironhead XR 750. This is what he used from 70 to 77. This bike also broke the world record when he used it to jump 19 cars. In 72, Harley upgraded their bike to an alloy head version, and that's the bike that he would use from then on. So, all these leathers that you see around the museum are all original and were all worn by Evel Knievel. So this next sign says it all. This is the XR 750 Wembley XR. This was the version that he used to jump in Wembley Stadium.
His body has been broken at one time or another. Of course it is. It is. He will be going about 90 miles an hour when he leaves the ground. He estimates he'll cover 140 feet, 10 feet in the direction. That could be all. And he made his first jump when he was 15. Countless other jumps up in 1966. For himself. In
So 79 through 81, he did a world tour with his son Robbie. So we had an extra lever right by the clutch that would activate the parachute. Okay, that got me a little dizzy, I'll be honest with you. It was neat when he's going straight, but yeah, so, yeah, worth the $5, definitely.
Something failed back there and it deployed on its own.
Here's the X2 Sky Cycle when he jumped the Grand Canyon.
That's more dangerous than letting him fly. He had a dead man switch. He had to keep his hand closed. And that was so that if he lost consciousness, that it might win. His hand would open and that would bring the switch and it would flash.
He never pulled that chute and blew off from the G-force, just like a shark engine. Boom, boom.
What I don't believe is that he pulled any switch on purpose. Because what cool with a full shoot while you're accelerating. You got a good chance of burning the whole thing off or ripping it off, whatever happened. I believe to be an accident of some sort, no matter whose fault.
It doesn't really matter, you know, looking back on it, failure, or whether it was human failure. What difference does it make?
Don't you just walk and leave them under the car? I'll tell you what, put them in that rocket. You haven't seen anybody else go since.
Who cares what the critics had to say? I know my dad didn't know what the critics had to say.
If I'd have made it across the canyon, everybody would have said, well, it's easy, I could have done it. If I'd have died, they'd have said, well, the Daredevil died. Evel Knievel, that was his grand finale. But excuse me, I didn't. You're still alive.
I didn't think I was going to see my dad again.
That's the way I saw him as well. This hits so close to home. Everything in here is kind of my childhood. This is the exact bike I had when I was younger, except in green. It's a Schwinn Fastback. Even had the gear shifter on it. Banana seat. Yeah, you only have 4 more months that this Evel Knievel Museum is here in Topeka, Kansas. Then everything gets packed up and it gets moved out to Las Vegas. So glad I got to come by here. Definitely worth the 15 bucks that I spent. Yeah, just a thrill for me. Stayed at the Bass Pro last night here in Springfield. It's been thunderstorming all morning. It's about 10 o'clock. I'll probably get home at 10 o'clock or midnight tonight. I gotta get home tonight.
Welcome back to Tennessee.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Won't that low train carry me back? Lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Will that long old train back? For the night is dark and the sky is cloudy. Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. Long old train, won't you carry me? Oh, train, 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 won't you carry me home? Oh.
Oh, it's me, Zoe. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me roll this in here, or up in here, baby. Oh, oh boy.
You happy to be home? You tired?
Sleep right here. Wake up in the morning.